Why is it difficult to succeed? You probably try on NoFap to go X number of days, it could be 50, 100, but you fail. You try to go to the gym 6 times a week, you may fail. You try not to go on your phone. This applies to me, but you fail. Like, you try not to go on your phone for X number of days, 3 days, you fail. You try not to scroll, you fail. You know you're doing the wrong thing, but you still seem to continue, and you can be upset with yourself. Well, why does that happen, and why can you not just succeed? I think why it's so difficult to succeed, especially in today's day and age, is because of all the distractions we have around us. Because if you were to focus on one thing, if you were to focus on, for example, hitting 100 kilos on the bench, well, you know you need to sleep well to recover. You know you need to eat quite a bit because you're trying to gain strength. Mass moves mass. You know you need to warm up. You know you need to do this. You know you need to do that. Just keep going at it. Stay consistent. Well, you could fail if you were to be distracted by, for example, your phone. Your phone may cause you to waste some time, and because you waste some time, you might skip a day. You might get worse sleep. You might have a lower attention span. If you have a lower attention span, maybe you can't focus on hitting a voluminous set. You might not be able to focus on like one long rep that might last 10 seconds, pushing, really trying hard. And I think the biggest distraction is the phone. Like I said, the phone can lead you to not go to sleep, to skip a day, to lower your attention span. What else? You could build a poor self-image about yourself, because if you're seeing like Mike Thurston, you're seeing C-Bum, all these massive guys who take steroids, you might think, oh yeah, I'm so skinny, I'm weak, how do I achieve this? Obviously they're unnatural. And then you might think you're just going to build this poor, negative self-image about yourself, and then you can't really hit it. Well, so there's a distraction, and it's the phone. This doesn't obviously apply to the gym only, but anything you're trying to achieve. The phone, I think, it's very misused. People use it to not only call and text, which is all it should be used for, maybe Google Maps, but they use it to scroll, porn, games, Snapchat, whatever you do on Snapchat, taking pictures of like the corner of your room. And it builds up, wastes time, and ruins your health. So if you were to have no distractions, you'd be able to have laser focus on trying to succeed, wouldn't you? But what requires that to be able to achieve laser focus in a world full of distractions? You could say it could be to part yourself away from everything, like distance yourself away. I was thinking maybe it's a good idea to get a Nokia, or maybe just a worse phone, maybe one that doesn't have YouTube, maybe one that you can't download any apps other than the essentials like text, phone, maybe Google Maps that can be useful. But if you can distance yourself away, you just don't have the opportunity to even spend time. And if you read the book Atomic Habits, if you want to break a habit, build a habit, you need to build the environment around yourself which can support that habit to be broken or to be built. So if you're trying to drink more water, put more water bottles around your house. If you're trying to quit porn, quit fapping, delete social media, go out more. And this is actually very, very useful. Now, it's very useful because you can get rather quick results, because you're not wasting time. You're not really wasting. You're not spending. No, you're not spending as much energy as if you were to be disciplined, because discipline requires lots of energy, doesn't it? Mental strength, physical strength, control. Now, I don't know, you could argue, does this really benefit you? Does this actually build discipline? Because discipline is actually needed. If you're really only trying to achieve something, surely you'd want to do anything, whatever it takes to achieve that. So I think distancing yourself is very good. But sometimes, like I said, I've said this maybe earlier, it's very hard to distance yourself from these distractions. Or how can you sort of stick to your values and try your hardest to distance yourself away from these distractions? I think it all comes down to this: your mentality. If you maintain a sense of how would I word this? If you maintain a sense of my mind. If you maintain a sense of, I want to word this well. If you maintain a sense of like focus and vision towards your goal, you will know that, all right, I need to be positive in every time. I need to stay composed in tough situations. I need to work hard no matter what. I need to accept, adapt, and overcome. I may not feel like doing the work, but I must push through and do it. I need to be disciplined. If you can like maintain all these sort of qualities, these attributes that that contribute to you becoming the best version of yourself, like Adonis, you can succeed no matter what. But then again, it can be difficult to maintain these qualities when there are so many distractions about. And what I think is very important if you are trying to maintain these qualities, so you can have a strong mentality. So like every time, like every second of your life on your mind is, what can I get? What is the most I can get from this? How can I improve the most? How can I put the most effort in? How can I learn the most? If you maintain this, or what I think you can do to maintain this, is to visualize. I've started this recently, and I have seen a pattern, really. I'm not going to say anything for sure yet, because I haven't been doing it for often. But I think if you visualize in the morning about your day, about how well you want to do in the gym, in your sport, in school, you remind yourself of what you must do to succeed, to get the most out of that situation. And once you do that, you remind yourself of what you truly want, what you want for your future self. And that is powerful. And that can stick in your mind for maybe a couple of hours, maybe even to the end of the day, if you have a high attention span. And then you can get through that whole day really well, really productively. And that is one step closer to achieving success, because success requires productivity, doesn't it? You're not going to become successful if you're lazing around 6 hours a day. You've got a greater screen time than your lifetime in one day. You're like more screen time than the time away from the screen. So I think it's essential. And just building this mentality, I think visualizing really would help. Just reminding yourself, praying. I need to do this more often. This applies to me too. If you're watching this, I think you just need to build that mentality, rock hard mentality, where you sort of lock in these attributes, these qualities that will help you get there. So positivity, composure, hard work, facing your fears, so like courage, What else? That's pretty much it, I think. If there's any other attributes, then comment them down below. But lock these into your mind. And then if they can stay in your mind, in the back of your head, 24/7, nothing's going to stop you. Especially in this world full of instant gratification. That's pretty much it. I mean, I think that is what is essential for success, because isn't everything a mind game? Life is a mind game. Sports are a mind game. Tennis is 80% mental. You end up beating yourself if you're not mentally strong, and you're not even giving your opponent a chance to actually have a good, tough battle. What else? Video games can be a mental game. For like, I don't know, I haven't played a game in a while, but if you believe you can, belief is a very important attribute. If you believe you can sort of win the game, you can win. You're more likely to win. You're more likely to do what it takes to put yourself into the position to win. Everything is a mind game. Even the small things are talking to a girl. You need confidence. If you're gonna go up to that girl and you think you're an unconfident little spurg, obviously you're not going to do well. Obviously you're not gonna sort of impress her, because obviously no one's really impressed by unconfident people. So you need to believe you're confident, and it will come. So this is why mentality is important. Everything is a game. Life is a game. No, life is a mental game. What am I saying? My mental's gone. Life is a mental game. It literally is. Because, I've told you before, if you're not composed, you're not going to save time and energy. You're going to waste time and energy on the little things that don't actually matter. If there's one thing you're going to get from this video, understand that life is a mental game. It's not about, I don't know, what else could it be? It just clicks, doesn't it? Like, it's not a physical game. It's not who's the strongest physically. It's not who's got the biggest biceps, who's got, I don't know, the biggest ego. It's about how you can control yourself up here, which will lead you to succeeding, whether it be in sport, studies, handling people. Yeah. So make sure you build up that mentality, rock hard mentality, so it becomes bulletproof by going to the source of your insecurities and fears, and accept, adapt, and overcome.